Here you can see the two through holes. The bottom one here is the bigger one, just above the water line. So that's the black water outflow. It's about 4 inches above the boot stripe, but probably 6 inches above the water line. And this one up here just below the cockpit coaming is a 1/2 inch, also a bronze, that does the to stop the airlock in the black water tank. Here you can see the two deck fills, and they're labeled. The one is labeled waste and the one is labeled water. The waste is the one for the saltwater tank, water is for fresh water. And then they come with a key for opening and closing them. Only thing different I do is on this end here I have a loop for it, so it goes on the operator's hand, so you don't drop it over the side while you're dealing with it, because if you lost it you might be in trouble. I need to get a spare one to keep on the boat. Okay, here is the head, the Jabsco twist and lock, and you'll see how the plumbing that pumps to the black water tank from the head goes up through this anti-siphon and back down, so that stops the muck siphoning back from the black water tank into the toilet. Here's the breather at the back here, and round underneath here is the right in there is the through hole for the black water, the macerator outflow, with a seacock on it that I can open to pump, close, so I get no water ingress. The only thing I did different from the it's winter there, it's still got some RV antifreeze in, is I have these two breathers that come from the freshwater and saltwater tanks, with just the little fittings on underneath that you got under your sink in the house. And these are breathers that break the blockage when you're filling the tanks. You need the excess air that's the water is replacing to go somewhere. So I just kind of crack them open and just lie them here. So if there's any water squirts out, it doesn't squirt all over the boat, it just goes into the head. But normally I kind of tuck them away behind here, so they're nice and neat and out of the way. This was just I need to make a better bracket for that up top there. Just the Jabsco twist and lock. So here is my saltwater tank. That's 7 gallons. That's as big as I could get in there. I had to make a fiberglass and strap holders for it, the fiberglass platform, and then the bigger tank over here for the freshwater tank. Here the fill pipes coming down from the front, and they're in there pretty solid. Down. It looks a bit chaotic, all the hoses around here, but it all makes sense, I guess. So what I have on here is just a breather. It's called a vacuum breaker. They use them for hot water tanks to stop when you're drawing water out, so that you can get air into it. That's the inflow over here, and then the outflow at the bottom, this little white line right down the bottom there, that runs to the toilet. And in and along the way there to the toilet, you can see down here is a tee off that's going to the head, that white line at the back, and this tees off and comes to my sink. Here's my freshwater tank. Here's the freshwater fill, the freshwater vacuum breaker, and at the bottom out here goes to my sink as well. And this is a system I have in here so that I can flush them and clean them. From the vacuum breaker, same place as the vacuum breaker on both of them. This is the vacuum breaker for the freshwater and the vacuum breaker for the saltwater. That's that line that runs into the head that allows me, because this vacuum breaker only works in one direction, it'll suck air in but it won't allow air out. So when you're filling these with water, you need to allow the air that's in here out of somewhere. So I allow them to go down there, and sometimes when they really get full, a little bit of water runs down the hose, and that's why I like it to be able to spill into the head. So here's an overview of that. Here's the black water tank, which is also my rope blocker. So down the bottom over here, that's the macerator that pumps straight out here to the outside, and this bigger pipe is what comes in from the head, flows in here. Here's the breather, the 1/2-inch bronze through hole up high there. So that's the breather. Same as the way the vacuum breakers work on that other setup. And so this is poop in, and this is poop out. And I also had to make fiberglass holders to hold everything, so it's nice and secure, and with a strap that I can move it out. I set everything up so that I can work on it if I'm on the water. A lot of trips we do are a week from civilization, so I need to be able to work on them anywhere I am, but I want them pretty solid that nothing's going to happen. I hope that helps. If there's anything else I can do, mate, just holler. What I wanted to show you here, this I put in this as an afterthought, and I know this looks like a lot of plumbing here, but it makes my life real easy. This hose here, the outflow runs to my sink. But at the end of the trip or the end of the day, if I want to empty these tanks so they don't grow algae in them, or I want to put RV antifreeze in and empty into the season, I need a way to empty these tanks so that they don't have to go through the sink system. So I have this stopcock here and another set of plumbing so that the water is normally closed and can't go. This line exits with the and joins up to the sink drain plug, the drain pipe that goes to the outside through the transom. So normally this is closed, so the only way the water can go is to the sink. But if I want to flush it, I just crack this open, park the boat on an incline, and then the water runs out the drain hole. Obviously when I'm filling these things, I need to make sure that this stopcock is closed. And that stopcock over there, the one I showed you earlier, from the salt water that's leading to the toilet, to the sani line, that white sani line, is got a stopcock on it. It's probably not altogether necessary because that just runs to the, I know why I put that stopcock on there. I put that stopcock on there so when I open this one here to drain the tanks, I don't have the water going from here into this tank. Anyway, probably if I did it again I might do it a little different. And this red line here is just the is my water ballast air vent that runs to the back to my helm station, so that I can open and close the ballast tank without having to come up here.